Are you ready to unlock a level of creative freedom you didn't know was possible? To express your truest self without judgment, without a script? What if the key isn't more practice or better gear, but a complete shift in how you approach creation? Wait, did you think the only way to get better was more practicing and, yeah, I did that for years. And after spending 10 years emotionally stuck and creatively spending another 7 years trying to find my authentic voice, I discovered an often overlooked space in the creative process where the true inspiration can happen. The art of letting go, of surrender. It's a counterintuitive solution to feeling, creatively stuck and struggling with creative emotional expression, putting yourself into surrender to the process. But it is kind of challenges, conventional wisdom about how and what makes good art good and why we think one piece of music or art is better than the next one. In this video, you'll discover why having this deeper level of trust in yourself and your creativity isn't just a creative technique or hack, but a profound way to express emotions you didn't know you even had. Unlock a level of authenticity that resonates deeper than any pre-written performance, and discover pathways, unique pathways for your natural ways of creating to be explored. No more feeling blocked, no more overthinking, just pure, unadulterated self-discovery. Beautiful moment. So what is pure improvisation? At its heart, it's about creating in the present moment without a script, without a set plan. It's just you, your environment, and the unfolding moment. Unlike a rehearsed performance or a heavily edited track, where you're just executing a plan for a desired outcome, here the plan is revealed in the moment and uncover something you didn't know was there the whole time, but it's uncovered in that moment. Think of it less like delivering a speech and more like having a spontaneous conversation with your own inner landscape. And like any good conversation, it requires deep listening, active listening, and genuine, authentic responses when things come up. So let's dive into the first profound why: emotional expression. For many of us, especially those on the neurodivergent spectrum with sensitive nervous systems and all, engaging with our emotions can be incredibly difficult, often feeling like an unsolvable puzzle with dozens of shifting pieces, some of them unknown factors, and always a changing landscape. Sometimes we approach emotions, though, through a nonverbal state. Other times we want to talk way too much and we talk way too fast. We overshare. Or we need to physically get very emotional with our body. We just need to move it out, get it out of my body. Luckily, all of these options exist in improvisation. It's a fantastic area to explore how your body naturally wants to move, or how the emotion or the creative energy wants to move through your entire nervous system, especially for any of us who've been told to not explore certain types of ways of expressing themselves through teachers, school, wherever you learn this. This process, though, allows us to fully dive into an experience and learn more about ourselves so we can be more confident in who we are, what we need, and how to express ourselves in any given moment. One thing to note, though, is if you are just starting to release emotions through your creativity, it can be quite an overstimulating, overwhelming experience. I highly, highly recommend working with a therapist to help regulate and walk you through your unique biography and story around anything that comes up. Personally, my pursuit of emotional expression through music puts an incredible level of stress on my nervous system. And over time, I've learned how to regulate my system much better. And though it is a very intense process, and it is a process worth going through, though I'm only here today because of the assistance and expertise of people who have a lot more experience navigating the more emotional realms through a therapy standpoint. And what I've learned, though, is that someone with a sensitive nervous system like myself, I need a high level of self-care and a very unique process to be able to sustain my creativity, more so than perhaps other people or places where traditional education is providing support in. So back to the question, how do we get the emotional benefits of improvisation? It requires the right intention, approaching this practice in a way to experience your inner music. The invitation is to get comfortable with letting your mind rest, to relax, and allowing your body and heart to lead. There is an innate intelligence that you can rely on within yourself. Call it spirit, call it your subconscious, your somatic nervous system, whatever it is, it's there. And you can tap into it by surrendering control and letting it breathe life into you, breathe life through you, and through your creative expression. Pairing this with noticing and engaging with the resources around you in a very physical, practical sense, noticing the details. This is gray, this is black, cool. This bridges the gap between your inner world and your external environment, an important step in integrating the experience fully and not blowing your nervous system out. I've done that way too many times. Don't recommend it. So anyways, for me, that's the tactile feel of this squishy keyboard. It's so good to be able to squish into this. Fantastic. I'll do a whole video on this one. It's so fantastic. Or being able to be very intellectual by feeling the cool keys. Or being able to vocally express myself and feel the vibrations in my heart and my chest and my neck. Or being able to very quickly move energy out through these drums. Oh, and of course, I have all this open space to be fully expressive and do just about any type of movement that I possibly could want, because sometimes it just wants to move. And that's my process. And of course, the goal is to just invite my emotions into the moment, no matter where the moment leads me. And I've cultivated an environment which allows me to do this. However, that being said, I think this is amazing. That's super cool. But to get the full emotional benefits of improvisation, you don't need a complex system like this. You can start with just your voice or anything you find around you in your environment. Literally anything. The USB hub. You can use this or whatever. You can use anything you find around you as a part of your environment and what you are creating. Though what you have around you will create what you eventually create. It's creating you the options, the resources. And though, with that all said, this is where the surrender truly comes into play. When you start improvising with what's around you, you are inherently very vulnerable as well. There's no ability to adjust or hide mistakes in post-production. You're showing up fully as you are, creatively, with whatever you have with you. And sometimes that means making what might traditionally be called a mistake. Why the heck did I use this USB thing? But here's the twist. In improv, a mistake isn't a failure. It's a new path, an unexpected opportunity that invites you to adapt and listen and find a new authentic response to what you have and find unexpected cool things like that little thing. That was pretty cool. It's like basically a conversation where someone says something you didn't expect, like that. And with everything they say, you get to respond. Everything you do is a genuine response to that unexpected situation that just occurred. This improvisation process builds I think like an incredible sense of freedom and resilience and perhaps self-acceptance. It teaches you that your raw, unpolished self, creative or otherwise, is enough. You are enough. And it's where your uniquely brilliant self gets to truly exist and be seen. It's how your authentic voice emerges and becomes, because you are forced to kind of trust your instincts. That's what this process invites within yourself. And when you are ready, another good invitation and practice is to record yourself during the improv session. It's an excellent opportunity for you to have self-reflection and see who you truly are, unscripted. And finally, the last point is the joy of exploration and discovery and finding new things. This is perhaps the most exciting part for me, where you're improvising, not just performing, you're actively exploring the creative landscapes around you. Every gesture, every sound is brilliant. Every single opportunity is somewhere to explore a new place, new pathway. Ooh, why does that do that? That's so cool. And you you end up stumbling upon really amazing, unexpected things, unexpected musical transitions, really cool chords, just a rhythm you did not expect to come out, but it is there and it is real. And some of these textures you find, you may have never heard of them before, and you may never hear them again, unless you record it. It's basically like finding puzzles that you've never made before. It's just this wonderful place to wander and explore and just have fun in and be yourself. And you also, another cool thing is you get to create the environment you want to explore within on your terms, not somebody else's environment, your environment, what's right around you. And and as a part of this improvisational moment, you have access to this immediate environment which you've created. This will help guide you. What you have around you will guide you in what you create and what sounds you have opportunity to discover. For example, in my setup, I don't have a modular synthesis. I would love one, but it would be very hard because I don't have one to explore the textures that it could create, the type of spontaneous chaos that's able to create within its rhythms. I can't explore that because it's not in my space. At some point, I would love to get one. However, while that is not possible, I will absolutely find some really wacky, cool sounds to explore within this Rolly C board because it has so many options for MPE and different ways of touching it. It's just going to create it. Ooh, it's even more fun when I pair it with this breath synthesizer because I'm like, whew, that's a whole other thing. It's going to be a lot of fun though. So what resources you have around you will create the type of music and opportunities you have to make music and to express yourself in different ways and forms and shapes. Basically what resonates with you, this, while it's an external landscape, invites you to see what resonates within you. And you'll find your unique landscapes as you find yourself gravitated towards certain types of places and as you make more music. Now, you might be thinking, but I don't know what to do or how to express myself or what things I need around me to fully express myself. What if it just fails, all falls apart? What if nothing happens? What if it's silent for 5 minutes and it ends up sounding bad? My answer is yes. Yes to all those things. This is where the biggest mindset shift comes in. The goal isn't to create a perfect piece. The goal is to engage with the process, to listen, to react, to experiment. It's about giving yourself the permission to not know where this thing is going. Permission to explore. Permission to make a sound or a gesture that might not be correct in the traditional standards, but is uniquely yours in that moment. This acceptance of the unknown, this radical self-acceptance and trust is profound and a way of approaching music and life that can be life-changing if it's right for you. So how do you practically start this process of letting go? It's simpler than you may think. You can start with one instrument or medium, though don't feel pressure to use, just one. I've actually found that a small collection of different tools and resources can actually make the process just a lot easier. But in either case, start by identifying what you'll be using. A few things around you. I seem to have a lot of chords. It's a lot messier down here than you see. Okay, but and find different ways, different weights, textures, feelings, and different ways of playing, ideally, if you have instruments. So like wind instrument, a percussive instrument. Then start a timer. Set a small time. 5 minutes to start off with is a good place. Take a breath. And then just create. Focus on the sensation that arises when you create. Where in your body and heart, where is it leading you? Try to release the mind from the responsibility of planning your next steps, your next moment. If it needs, time to settle, if it needs a task to do something, have it track your sensations in your body. Is it cool? Track the sensations of your environment around you. What are the colors? Ooh, what's the wind feel like? How does it feel in your hand to spin the chord? Ultimately, this process is a conversation with yourself through your chosen medium. We'll dive much deeper into the specific creative setups and techniques in future videos to help deepen your experience and unlock your fullest creative potential through using technology efficiently. But for now, the most liberating tool you have is your willingness to explore whatever you have and have fun. I hope, your first improv session goes well. It's going to be amazing. Even if it's not, it's a process, and it'll be great after doing it a few times. Get your reps in. But and if you want to see these principles in action and experience the pure, unadulterated flow of a live improvisation every week, I host a 1-hour live stream session, an improv performance on Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. It's an opportunity to witness how these ideas come to life in real time and see how I navigate the unexpected, the flow of the moment, the art of the moment, the art of letting go. And it's quite a wonderful process. It's a lot of fun. And I can't wait to see what we discover together in that moment. 9 a.m. on Saturdays, every week. It's gonna be different every time. Anyways, if this video inspired you and to explore your natural, creative, authentic self, your authentic voice more, I would love to hear about it in the comments below. And please like and subscribe for more videos on how to authentically express your emotions through creativity. And it helps along with the process, just to have some support with somebody who's gone through a lot of this before. And of course, there will be a special focus for people with sensitive nervous systems like myself, as I am a person with a sensitive nervous system, and this has been my process. Anyways, many blessings, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.